Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you? How are you, my friend?
Good, good, good. My buddy, my good old friend.
My pal. It's good to be finally sitting here next to you. It's good to be back, I guess.
Yeah.
Back in the mix.
Definitely is good to be back in the mix.
You know what? I think we kind of got off on the wrong foot. Ruben, who are we? What is our name? What do we do? Go ahead, Ruben.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for hanging out with us once again. Not for the first, not for the second.
No, not at all. No,
not even for the third.
That's right.
But for the 100th.
That's right.
Time.
It's been a long one, people.
It has been. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with the Coin Scoop once again. I'm your host, Ruben.
And I'm your host with the most, Chris Crypto, everybody. It's good to finally be back. It's been a while.
He is not only your host with the most, but I mean, we bring this up all the time.
Yeah,
and,
we do.
You know, he is internationally known.
This guy,
Mr.
bro.
Chris Crypto. Chris.
That's right.
Cryptopolis for his Bitcoin ATM run video. At the time, when Bitcoin was, what was it, $1,500?
Listen, it was around 1,500, less than 1,500. Those were the good old days. Those are what I would call the golden days of Bitcoin, people. All right, and we've had a
hold on.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Blackwing is in the house.
Blackwing.
So is Billy the Boom.
Billy Boom. What's up, guys? What's going on, guys?
Unreal.
How's everybody doing, guys?
Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes.
But
it's good to see you guys, man. I honestly thought it would be an empty house tonight, man. I know our fans, man, our friends, our stalkers, because we do have a few stalkers.
Yeah, we definitely do have a few stalkers.
we did. But it's good to see you guys back, man. Good to see you guys back.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah. So like I was saying, listen, internationally known.
Here we go.
For his Bitcoin ATM run, currently approaching 25 mil. I mean, what is it? 27, 28, 29?
I think I'm hitting close to 40,000 on that video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Which is a step. Yep. It's a huge step in the right direction.
Yes, it is. Oz Dog is in the building.
Oh, he got his name back.
Oz Dog.
He got his name back.
What's going on, brother?
Unreal. What is up, Oz Dog?
The crypto creeps are back in the building, baby.
Creeps are back. What's up, gents?
What's up, guys?
Glad to have you guys with us once again.
Yeah, man. Listen, dude, it's been... let me tell you.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. And I mean, it's kind of... I tell you the truth, Rube. It's been scary, man. I mean,
scary.
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way to you, because obviously we haven't been around for a while, right?
Yeah.
But so much has happened.
Yeah.
As you guys already know, I'm pretty sure you've been seeing, the craziness that's been going on. Me and Ruben, not that we've missed a lot, we just haven't been in the mix. But dude, I've been scared, man. My nerves and my soul has been rattled and shattered, to say the least.
Talk to me.
So, just everything that's been happening, man. Where did we last leave off, man? I think we last left off with BitConnect collapse.
No, not even.
No?
Beauty bubble.
Wow.
Beauty bubble.
Unreal.
We definitely want to apologize to you guys. We haven't been...
I guess we should start off with that, right? Let's start off with an apology first.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Let's
definitely.
We definitely apologize, everybody, that we haven't been in the mix. Obviously, a lot has changed. Me and Ruben are no longer separated from each other. We're no longer divorced. We are now married at the hip. We're now married at the hip officially.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a very busy past few months, everybody. Glad to see you guys are still here.
It's a great start to a new year, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's technically when it all just started happening for the new year. So.
Yep. Yes, it did.
But
and I'll be honest with you, dude. I am, like I said, bro. My soul, my crypto nerves have been shattered and rattled, to say the least.
Oh yeah. No, listen.
So where should we even start with all this?
Let's start with. All right. Let's rewind a little bit, because I know right before Christmas, we were having this conversation, and I was saying, listen, I was nervous.
Okay. You were nervous?
Yeah, I said, you know what? This whole thing about Bitcoin shooting up to 20 grand.
Yep.
It just makes me feel uneasy.
Okay.
And
I remember you said, me and you actually kind of butted heads on that. We butted heads on that. Because I was saying I was kind of comfortable with it staying in that range, maybe a little more. But I mean, whatever. I was being, maybe a little too optimistic about the price. But you were right.
And I said I'd feel a little more comfortable when it comes back to around 8,000-9,000, and is that what it's about that now, right?
You know what? I tell you the truth, and as everybody already knows, being in this space, we can kind of get a little addicted to, checking the blockfolio, checking whatever it is that you check every day. So I haven't been as active in checking all the time like I should be. So as of right now, I really don't know, but let me just head over to see what we're looking at right now. Because today, actually, I haven't, I say in the past few days I haven't. So right now we're at around...
Oh, yeah, we got to do our rundown of the top 10.
Yeah, top 10. Well, Bitcoin's at 8,000, 8.2. Ethereum is less than 600. 590, and that's really all I really care about at this point. All the rest, you know what I care about right here. Look at this, Ruben, the market cap at 325. Last week we were at 480, from what I think. So I don't know. I think there's definitely big time market manipulations going on. I'll be honest with you, dude. I mean, look at the run up that we had, and you even said it. You even said it. So look at the run up that we had, and then now obviously we're all the way back down. And guys, let us know if we're coming in good on the stream. I'm not 100% sure if we are.
Speaking of letting us know, Beauty Bubble, of course.
Beauty Bubs, what's the word?
Beautiful as always. She says, sold the notification on Twitter. Just so happy to see you make scoop it. Thank you. Ozdog says, Beauty Blackwing, woo woo. And then he also says, we were all on the moon last time, pretty much. And Ruben, which he highlighted my name, which I still don't understand how you do that. But
he just puts
not buying the hype.
He puts the at Ruben there.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, but it looks, I mean, listen, yeah, guys, if you do experience some buffering or whatever, the stream isn't coming in so clear. Again, we do apologize. This was kind of out of the blue thing me and Ruben kind of did here. So again, we apologize in advance. Yeah, man, yeah, it's been real, bro. It's been real. I think this whole run up and run down has kind of put things into perspective for me personally, where I kind of just had to take a step back and, kind of rethink things as far as what coins you hold. If you are, if you're holding a lot of different altcoins. Again, where do we even start, man? I feel like I'm jumping forward. I feel like I'm jumping a little too forward with where we're at right now, because obviously the regulations are playing a big part, and everything.
There's a lot of things going on. I mean, we were even talking about the other day, Google.
Yeah.
Now on all of its platforms.
Yep.
They're gonna stop letting anybody advertise any type of ICOs, anything that has to do with Bitcoin. That's it.
That's, you know what's so funny about that is that Google alone, right? So Google is gonna obviously stop showing the crypto ads, all that stuff, right? So we're gonna start seeing, and that's gonna happen, I think, in June. That's officially gonna happen in June. The funny thing with that is Google also owns YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Google also owns Twitch,
Which
right?
YouTube is the number 2 search engine in this world.
Okay, yeah. So again, that's going to be interesting to see how things play out there in that arena. As far as Google censoring crypto ads, and again, all the regulations, all the new laws coming out. They're trying to clamp down. They're trying to control as much of it as they can. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it's, again, I feel like I keep beating it like a dead horse, but it is scary. A few days ago in Congress, there was another meeting. I don't know, did you get to see that meeting, Ruben, where they were debating ICOs and that guy called Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies a crock?
No.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. So obviously you have the regulators in the space doing whatever they can to, I think from what I heard, one of the quotes was they're going to try to regulate it to death. So we'll see what happens. But let me ask you this. What, I know you've kind of been here and there with everything that's been going on, but what has shocked you the most? I mean, obviously the whole Google stuff. What has shocked you or kind of bothered you the most about what's been going on? I mean, obviously, and all the scams that we saw.
Yeah.
Everybody, a lot of people in the space just kind of up and disappeared, including us. But I mean, not really.
But not. I don't even want to say including us, because it's not like we've been sitting there promote. Listen, oh man, you want to start digging into that?
Go ahead.
You can't say including us. Including us because we had other responsibilities we had to take care of.
Yeah, real world.
We're not sitting here promoting things and then disappearing. Let's put it that way. So
yeah.
It's not including us. No, that's definitely not including us. But the biggest thing that I honestly, that shocked me, I'm going to be honest with you, which we haven't spoken about because it happened literally right after we had our little responsibilities we had to take care of. But the whole BitConnect thing, man. We haven't had the chance to talk about that because right when we kind of had to stop everything, that BitConnect thing and it shocked me because I'm going to be honest with you. You know me, and I was the biggest speculator of everything. I always looked at the bright side and the shady side of everything.
Right.
And
which you should be doing. Anybody should be.
Yeah. But BitConnect, I sat there and I was like, all right, you know what? They are a stand-up company, and honestly,
BitConnect was a stand-up company.
Yeah, because they proved themselves. Honestly, everybody, there were people making money off of it. Everybody was using BitConnect as the example.
At least that was the illusion.
Exactly,
right?
They were using BitConnect as the example.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, for them to just pull out like that, I was like, wow. That was a shock to me.
Yeah, I know. And again, I mean, at the time, it would have been the most. Looking back, out of everything you saw, everybody would always, I mean, they would look at it in the same light. It was the most reputable. It would be safer for you to put your money in there. Again, it just begs the question: how did it last so long? Was it the run up that Bitcoin had that allowed them to keep that scheme going? I mean, who knows at this point?
You know me. It's like I've always been like I back it, but at the same time, it's like I have to play the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And honestly, BitConnect, I finished playing the devil's advocate with BitConnect for a while already. I was like, all right, you know what? They established themselves. They're doing good. They proved themselves. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they came out of left field with that. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Brother, wow.
Exactly.
Guy. Do me a favor.
It definitely came out of left field, and a lot of people disappeared. A lot of people deleted their videos. Right? You got these guys going.
That's another shocking thing is a lot of these guys were deleting their videos, and I don't even want to start saying names, but whatever.
Yeah, we won't mention names, but it's guys.
And not
sad.
for nothing, one thing that I do wanna ask, which like I said, I don't want to mention names.
Ask away, Ruben.
Obviously, everybody's been talking about it, but one person that I'm actually interested in knowing about is.
Are you gonna name names?
What's his name? Chavon James.
Oh, Trevon James.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Well, what's up with him now? Because I know last I heard him and
I'm waiting for that.
Him and what's his name? Craig
Grant.
Yeah, that guy. That guy. Bitcoin.
Listen,
I did not earn this Bitcoin.
The main guys, right? I mean, not the main guys, but they were kind of the faces.
But what's up with them? Last I heard with them, they were going to court.
Well, that's to TBS. That's to be seen at this point. I think this guy James had court today for that. So
it was today.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see if he puts up a video to see what happened. But yeah, he went to court for that today, and. You know, do I think? Listen, I mean, when I first got into crypto.
Hold on, real quick. Stefan Verwimp, thank you for joining the Coin Scoop.
Stefan, what's up, Stefan?
I want to give you a big shout out.
Thank you
for hanging out with us.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, tell a friend about the Coin Scoop.
That's right. But again, I mean, it's unfortunate what's happened to these guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people will butt heads with me over this. Do I think that they should have the finger pointed at them for what they did? Do I think this guy should be going to court for it? People will say yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm on the I'm on the fence about it, but people again, they have to take responsibility for themselves.
Yeah. No, I think
you can't sit there and point the finger.
I think absolutely he should. Yeah, people have to take responsibilities for themselves, but you know what? Not for nothing. It's let's not even get on that.
I guess when you're promoting something like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It's the same exact thing as those Ponzi schemes when you have. Back in the day, stockbrokers calling you saying, "Oh yeah, this company is gonna blow up," and it's the same exact thing. Exact thing.
Yeah.
Nothing different.
Oh. It's unfortunate, you know. Again, guys, everybody already knows what's going on in the space as far as regulation. The SEC, we're seeing it left and right. They're going after ICOs. They're going to be coming after exchanges next. All of these regulations, they're just going to keep, it's going to allow crypto, Bitcoin, whatever. It's going to allow this technology to continue to kind of morph around these things, and obviously within them as well. But again, you know, that whole thing was unfortunate. This guy, you know, he went to court for that whole thing, Trevon James, and that's to be seen. How that ended up
too.
I don't know about him, but
I think they were both supposed to be going to court.
As far as I know, the only one that made it public was James. So you know, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, man, I just think that some people out there, there's a lot of hate. I mean, yeah, and rightfully so to a certain extent because they were pushing in. I mean, they had commercials out and all that stuff, but whatever. I mean, that's whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It was bound to.
Let's talk about it. Let's start talking some names. Come on.
Nah, I won't mention any.
Yeah, let's mention some names. Come on.
Ruben. I know Ruben. Yeah, you.
I mean, I've been saying that for a little while. Yeah, but like, listen. I'm not gonna kick somebody when they're down, because who knows? They were probably suckered, just like a lot of other people were suckered.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't want to kick anybody when they're down, but
listen, it's easy. I've been suckered into a lot of those things also, right? Like I'm guilty of that. I'm not guilty of promoting these things, and no, but you know what? At the end of the day, everybody's just trying to get more Bitcoin and more crypto, whatever it is that, whatever. You're just trying to get more crypto, so you're gonna try these different things to at the end of the day, get more Bitcoin, get more Ethereum, so that obviously you have more of it, because in the future we are all expecting, right? We all kind of believe in the technology. We believe in it enough to know that, okay, this is going places. You know, it's been around for a long time. The technology, a lot of sectors are implementing it into, into whatever it is that they do. And, we've seen the rise up. It went up to 19,000, right? It went up to 20,000, right? And it kind of went down, to where you were.
I said, listen, I feel comfortable when it comes back down to 8,000.
And look where we're at. That's exactly. I remember you saying that.
We can go back to. We have it. Yeah. We didn't take down any of our videos. We'll go back to that, and I said it. I don't remember exactly which video I said it, but it's one of the last few videos right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I said Christmas is bringing the hype.
Yeah.
Christmas is bringing the hype.
You were right.
People are just buying. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get this for my grandson, my son, my daughter, my granddaughter, my niece, my nephew. It's gonna be an investment, and I see all these advertisements on it, and this and that. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I think you were right. A lot had to do with the holidays, and
listen, not for nothing. There was something that on Google Trends that I just saw like an hour ago.
Okay.
That said Google was gonna Bitcoin was gonna hit 2,800.
Okay.
By mid-year, which I'll be honest with you, I don't believe that. That I don't believe.
So you don't think Bitcoin can go down that low?
No, not to 2,800. Listen,
I'll be honest with you. All right.
Don't tell me you're gonna be honest with me and tell me you believe that it could hit 2,800, because when we were talking about it coming back down to 8,000.
Yeah, I was optimistic about it staying in that area around 19,000. I thought I was being too optimistic.
Please don't tell me, because then I'm gonna be
disappointed. But what I will say is that I won't be surprised if it goes down to 2,800, even 2,500. Because remember, when I made that Bitcoin ATM video, Ruben, that thing Bitcoin was 1,000, whatever, between 1,000 and 1,500, right? Mm-hmm. When I started seeing that incremental increase every day, every week, it was right around when it was going 1,500, 1,800, right around after 1,800, to me, it just kind of took off like a rocket after that. It was like almost every week it was going up $1,000, So,
as though said, Ruben was right. Should we all buy Denta now? What's Denta added, by the way? Because I haven't paid attention.
I don't even know. You know what? Listen, at this point, you never know. If just imagine if.
Listen, one thing I will admit is I don't think Bitcoin will go down to 2,800. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it'll go down to that.
I'll be now that we've seen what's happened, right? Now that we've seen it go up to 19,000 and drop down to around 6,000, right? To me, anything's possible at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised to see. I just think that there's so many. I just think that the big money is in right now. I think that there's a lot of money in. To me, this is pure manipulation. When I'm looking at the total market cap, okay, it's at a $480 billion, and within a day it loses $100 billion. I'm sorry, but to me that's institutional money, and they're playing this market like a freaking violin. And people are making money.
Well, that's the stock market, though. It's the same thing. That's the stock market.
Essentially, that's what they're saying.
It's Wall Street. It's the same. There's nothing different.
Essentially, that's what they're saying. This is turning into. It's turning into the stock market. Look, we have the futures of it, right? That's being, people making plenty of money off of that, and there's manipulation in that within itself. But again, it's definitely the big boy money's in, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out going into the third and fourth quarter of this year. You know, I still think we have a lot more fireworks to see, guys. You know, to be
No,
honest.
yeah, definitely. It's gonna be,
You know.
there's gonna be so much more going on.
Yeah. It's
But listen, it's unpredictable. I mean,
yeah, it is.
like I said, listen, I'm not trying to say like I know it all, but like what happened before Christmas, it was just too good to be true.
Yeah.
Too
Definitely.
good to be true, because people just, even people investing $1,000 into Bitcoin are like a few months before Christmas were making ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, and because of that, also, right? Again, what's kind of destabilizing the market or whatever? What's the big key here? You know, is the regulation, man. The regulators are coming in, dude. I've been watching all of the meetings with Congress that the SEC has been having, the CFTC, and it is like, I mean, it can be good to a certain extent, right? But I mean, again, I mean, to me, as much as they're trying to be, you know, positive about the new technology, obviously they do not know. Like, this is completely foreign lands. This is completely new to the regulators, right? They have no idea how they're gonna go. You know, they know more or less. They know that if people, what they're saying is if we're gonna be us retail investors, right? We're not institutional. We're not. You know, what do they call it? I don't know. Intelligent. It's not intelligent investors. I forget the term. But we're retail investors, so it's like in the Main Street guys. We're the Main Street guys. We're putting money in. Yeah. Like, they're trying to protect us. You know, they're trying to protect us because they don't want us to lose money. But to me, that's just a sham. You know, you know, and securities is the big thing. You know, if we're gonna be sitting there investing in any of these coins and we're guaranteed some type of profit in the future, that's a no-no. You know, that's a big no-no to these guys, and that's what they're trying to. You know, so anything that's considered a security, where it's some type of guaranteed profits in the future based on the efforts of whoever it is working on whatever coin or whoever's behind that company or project, that's a no-no to them, and that they're regulating that. They're going after securities big time. Now what's next is they're going to be going after the exchanges big time. You know, any exchanges.
I think already Coinbase is like donezo.
No, I wouldn't say that they're done. They're done as far as I don't think people are.
I think it's donezo, at least from what I've read lately. I mean,
I'll say this: trust. The trust level has definitely been tainted. The trust level has been tainted.
Yeah, you know? Big time. I mean,
but again, when you have these agencies like the IRS stepping in and telling them, listen, we want all the records, right? We want all your records for every single one of your clients, okay? And not only do we want all the records for your clients, we want all of the transaction history also, okay? So in that respect, Coinbase has lost a lot of integrity when it comes to that. That's, you know, that's unfortunate. And again, that leads to, yeah, man, the regulation, to me, it's like it's on a slippery slope right now, everything in crypto, because you know, the SEC is going after anything that's deemed a security in the space. They're going after ICOs. They want exchanges to register with the SEC if they feel like, and like this guy said, he said, listen, he's like, as far as I'm concerned, there's no token, there's no coin that's exempt from that's not a security. To them, everything's a security, okay? So therefore, everything should be registered through the SEC, and with that comes the know your customer, the anti-money laundering regulations, and that, to me, kind of defeats the whole purpose of why everybody got in this space. And
well, everything has defeated so far why everybody got in this space for a long time already. A long time. I mean, look at it now. We were just talking about it earlier. New York already, first state in the United States. Yeah. Which, granted, it's not the whole state. It's just one little part of New York State, upstate New York.
Upstate New York, yeah. Well, you know.
And and you know, us being from New York, we're familiar with where that area is.
Yeah.
And they've banned.
Yeah.
Bitcoin mining.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's like banned. Yeah. That's it.
Isn't that funny how you have a state like New York, which is, as we
considered
supposed to be, you know,
like
the heaviest regulated. Yeah. You know, and then now you have a state like Wyoming, right? So New York is banning Bitcoin mining, and right, but again, a few weeks ago, right, they're trying to refine. They're changing the whole bit license, right? Mm-hmm. So the New York State, to anybody who doesn't know, in cryptocurrency, if you want to run any crypto business, anything that's related to crypto or blockchain. In New York State, you have to get a bit license. Mm-hmm. And with bit license, you have to be licensed, and that comes with a lot of paperwork and a lot of money and a lot of time. That kind of stunts innovation, right? So that's driven out a lot of these companies away from New York State. Now, you have a state like Wyoming, okay? Wyoming just passed a law where for the state, right, state taxes, no capital gains, right, for state-wise. It's still going to be for federal. And again, they want all the Bitcoin miners to come to Wyoming. Okay, there's a lot of tax incentives and incentives overall for anybody involved in crypto in the space. So check out what's going on in Wyoming right now. It's definitely historical times. What's happening right now? As far as, I mean, just look at the states, man. You have states, you know, praying for the death of it. You know, essentially by choking out any type of growth when it comes to mining or purchasing Bitcoin, and you have states like Wyoming accepting it. And also, I don't know if you heard about Puerto Rico, also port of crypto. Yeah, everybody's leaving the states and they're going to the states. I mean, everybody's leaving the United States and they're going to Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico, I forget the act. I think it's Act 20 and Act 22. Puerto Rico is exempt from federal taxes, so they're building a crypto paradise in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh yeah. I read about that a few weeks ago.
Calling it Puerto Crypto. So
Osdo just said, didn't J.P. Morgan buy Poloniex?
Poloniex,
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Poloniex, so they know something.
Yes, they didn't buy something. Yeah, they didn't buy it directly. I forget who acquired. I think it was Circle acquired Poloniex, but Circle was acquired by J.P. Morgan, and yeah. So essentially, yes, J.P. Morgan does own Poloniex right now, and that's another funny thing. What I think was going to happen, Ruben, the funny thing is...
Well, that's what we've been talking about for the longest already. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Well, I was going to say, what were you going to say? And then I'll say what I was going to say.
No,
you say what you were going to say. And I'll say what I was going to say. No, what I was going to say was Poloniex, as far as I know, Poloniex was supposed to be getting shut down. All right? Mm-hmm. Poloniex was going to get shut down, I think, by the SEC. And
well, technically, that's how it can get shut down, because if the bank can't find a way to beat them, they're going to sit there and say, all right, we'll buy it out, and then they're just going to liquidate it. That's it. They'll just liquidate, which JP Morgan obviously has the money to sit there, buy a company, and then just, that's it, liquidate it.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how that happens and how that plays out, because, again, the banking sector is definitely, they want to be they want to be a part of this, right? Behind the curtain, right?
I think they already are, though.
They are, right? Behind the curtain, right? But again, in a lot of different places in the world, they're not allowing certain people to purchase Bitcoin and crypto with their credit cards and all that. Mm-hmm. So in essence, the banks are kind of blocking it in that aspect, but they're involved in aspects like this right now, which is the takeover of Poloniex. But I think Poloniex, from what I heard, the rumors, the word on the block, the scoop was that Poloniex was going to get shut down. And JP Morgan, what's up? Talk to me.
Marcelo Di Mello.
Get out of here.
Got into the chat.
Marcelo.
What's up, brother?
Hold on, guys.
Stefan right before that said...
it's good to see everybody
here.
He's
in Holland. He's in Holland right now.
Who? Stefan?
Marcelo.
Oh, Marcelo? Yeah.
He said way from Holland, way back, brothers.
Awesome.
Awesome.
It's good to see everybody here,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Thanks, guys.
Definitely,
We appreciate you guys coming back and hanging out with us, man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you see this shite that I'm getting right now, so I don't know what people are getting, but it's coming out good here, so I don't know.
Hopefully, you guys let us know if the stream is coming in good right now. Me and Ruben are like totally. I don't know. I feel like it's like. Hopefully it's going in good. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are hearing us good. Hopefully the stream isn't buffering or anything. I don't know. We ran into all types of issues coming into tonight's show. A lot of headaches right before we got on.
I mean, I don't know what that's about, but anyway, I'm not.
Yeah. So.
But Stefan says, I'm very curious about next week's G20 Summit. Okay. You know about that?
Yes. No. I keep hearing about it, but I don't know the details regarding the G20 Summit. I don't know. No. Okay. I don't know the details regarding that. But nonetheless, I will, once it comes around, I will have my eye out on it. And like I said, guys, I mean, as far as everything that's been going on, I just kind of see... as much as I've been keeping up with this space and crypto and Bitcoin, I've kind of been not as, it was becoming an obsession it was becoming an obsession. And
it still is an obsession. No, I'm playing.
To an extent, but it's like, I just want to see... When the water recedes, I want to see what lays, what's left, because I think it just seems like the regulators, the big boys in charge, they are doing everything they can to get a grasp on all this stuff that's going on.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Ozdog tells Stefan facts. Crypto will be high on the list at the G20.
Yeah, the G20 is where. Let me look it up real quick on my thing. All right, so I think this is where they're all gonna speak on the regulatory reveals names and dates for next week's Japan will urge G20 to step up on preventing cryptocurrencies for money laundering. France and Germany want crypto discussion at G20. Yeah, guys.
What does G20 stand for, though?
I don't know.
You remember the channel that they had out here in the U.S.? G20, and it was like, that's where like...
I don't know
that's
what
where
it stands
that, what's that show that we used to watch?
Which one?
Remember the one with the where it started off back in the day, the Japanese guys like jumping?
Oh, you're talking about G4 TV.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, you're talking about Ninja, Japanese Ninja, American Warrior, Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior. They were like jumping from, and it started off
crazy.
As like a straight up like Japanese.
Yeah, that was where they got it, and then they went to American Ninja Warrior. But it says here, as far as for the G20 meetup next week, guys, this is all I'm looking at right here, and this is pretty much all I need to know. Discussions will focus on anti-money laundering steps and consumer protection, rather than how cryptocurrency trading could affect the banking system. So this is going to be a jerk fest for obviously more rules and regulations that they're going to try to implement in the industry.
Ozdog tells you, I hear you, Chris. I've stepped back and enjoyed life more and happy to hodl ATM.
Yeah, dude.
With a surf and a thing.
Nice, dude.
And then he says, Bill looks like he's been living it up.
Oh, yeah. Bill, man. Bill, I hope you enjoy.
Watching Billy Boom in Acapulco.
That's right, man. Bill, I hope you're having a good time, man. We haven't caught up. Got to catch up with Billy Boom soon. Everybody, man. I just been kind of out of the loop. I just been... Like I said, just enjoying. I mean, obviously, I'm still on it almost every day. But just, yeah, man. And people have taken their steps back. I mean, I spoke to Bill also, and people have already made their moves and prepared themselves for what was going to happen. I guess what happened was kind of. It was predictable to a certain extent, right? People saw this coming. They saw the kind of slump that we have going on now. And again, the regulations, everything that's going on is it's definitely hurting the space. You know, everything that's going on, and that was to be expected. So I guess in the G20 summit next week, they're going to be going over the AML and more this, more that, more this. You know, another clampdown jerk fest, like I said before, and it sucks, dude. It sucks. I was hearing today. I was listening, guys. If you don't, I highly recommend Laura Shin's podcast. I don't know if you ever heard of Laura Shin. She has a podcast called Unchained. So anybody out there, if you don't listen to Laura Shin, download her podcast called Unchained and check her out. She's awesome stuff. Sounds familiar. Yeah, she's one of the senior editors for Forbes. So she's the senior editor over there for the digital money section there. She has her podcast called Unchained. And yeah, I forget how I was listening to the podcast and the discussion came up. I forget who she was talking to. Somebody, I think, behind the 0x project. Something how in the future what's probably going to end up happening, and I saw it personally a lot with these ICOs. I was unable to invest in these ICOs being from the States here. My Ethereum address wasn't whitelisted, right? So whitelisted means that you're able to send money to that contract to be able to participate in it, right? So every time I was trying to submit to certain contracts to invest in certain ICOs, I wasn't able to. It would immediately kick me back out. It would say, no, you can't, kick me back out. I was like, the hell? And then I was like, well, wondering why everything is right. What's going on? Like, why am I not able to send money to this contract? It's a small contract to invest in an ICO. Was unable to because my address wasn't whitelisted. So I think in the future we're going to see, especially with exchanges, so take this for what it is, guys and gals. Take it for what it is. But I think that whole whitelisting of addresses, of your Ethereum address, whatever other coin, I think Bitcoin might be immune to that more so than the other coins. But getting your address whitelisted in order to participate in exchanges, in order to participate in just the exchange and trade and buying and trading of your crypto is going to be a huge issue going forward with these regulators. And I think that's why we saw exchanges like Poloniex getting acquired by JP Morgan, and I think that once the bankers get into the space the way they are behind the curtains like they did with Poloniex, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be other ways also right now and in the future. There's going to be a lot of issues with that, where people are going to kind of be locked out from trading cryptos because your address wasn't whitelisted. So that's another roadblock that's going to end up coming up, man. So I've rambled on.
Well, thank you for shutting up finally.
No,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
It sucks, dude. I've been my blood has been boiling with everything that's been going on. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, guys. What we're seeing in the crypto space, and you're hearing it now. I'll say it again, guys. What I've been seeing happen as far as regulations in the crypto space, I understand that we saw a lot of scams. I do understand that, but again,
hold on real quick. Just because on my phone. Mm-hmm. Some of the chats have been coming, like some of these chats I was waiting for you to shut up, mm-hmm. Came a long time ago, and then now they're popping up on the chat. So I want people to think that we forgot about them. Mm-hmm. But Stefan says it's in Argentina. I think he's talking about the summit.
Okay. So it's in Argentina.
I feel like slam.
Let me see if it's coming up here on mine.
It starts Monday, and then all of a sudden Marcelo says, I heard that Puerto Rico will invest by huge whales for the crypto-friendly states. It will be the main stage for all crypto companies to move in. That means Puerto Crypto Land.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, you're gonna see it's gonna drive a lot of people out of the states and whatever state that they're in, But again, you have people moving there now. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. It's. Let me ask you this, Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, obviously capital gains, right? You got to pay capital gains taxes. If you leave in the United States, if you leave your crypto without cashing out, right? Because I don't see this anywhere that I'm reading. I don't see this anywhere that I'm reading. Okay, I don't see anybody discussing it. I don't see anybody debating it. And to me, this is like the most in-your-face topic.
Real quick before you continue, Beauty Bubble says our own Vivo is being made part of this effort in Puerto Rico.
Wow! Shout out to you, Vivo Bitcoin and Beauty. Thank you for giving us that info there. Thanks for giving us that scoop. Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? Good for him. Good for him and for everybody else, you know, making these moves. And again, again, I think, to me personally, I think a lot of what we're seeing now, again, due to the regulations, I think it's just, guys, it's right there in the Bitcoin white paper, you know? Look at the first paragraph, read that Bitcoin white paper, and it says it right there. I mean, when it even comes to these KYC and you having to, you know, once you, and again, when we spoke about this, once you tie your identity to that Bitcoin, it's forever there. I have a feeling years from now, we're going to start seeing the worst end of these effects, right? When it comes to these government bodies, right? But whatever. You know, getting back to the whole capital gains thing, if you leave your crypto without cashing out, you know, they see that, you know, you still have to pay, you still got to pay your taxes on that. You still do. It doesn't matter if you didn't cash out or not.
Do we know what it's taxed at?
I think it's 15% long term, which is after a year. So you have to have held it for more than a year. And I think it's 25% or 20% short term capital gains.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think that's
that it's that little.
I think that's what it is.
Because they tax people that make 100% commission.
Yeah, I think those are the numbers.
Earning a living in this country.
Yeah. Making
no salary but 100% commission. They tax those people 48% because they consider it unearned income, which blows my mind. And the fact that they're gonna be taxing crypto 15 to 25%.
Yeah, and again, that's the capital gains. That's between every trade. So if you trade, but you know, at this point, guys, obviously here in the States, you know, it's gonna be rough for a lot of these traders, a lot of these day traders, killing it. And that's just gonna be rough if you're trading at a high level like that. So that's kind of where, you know, you have to kind of think, all right, am I gonna keep doing that, or I'm just gonna take a step back and you know, if you hold, then right, you're not liable for taxes at that point until you cash out, right? Until you cash out, then you have to factor in the cost basis of when you got it, for whatever, man. This is just, to me, I know a lot of people are embracing the regulations. I'm more on the side of, you know what, I still think that, I don't know, I just think that people are losing the bigger picture of why this was started in the first place. That's it. People have lost vision, bro.
Beauty Bub says South by Southwest said to have been a hotbed of all things Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology. You could not turn left nor right without hearing a conversation about it. Heard it was nutsy.
That's crazy.
Heard it was nutsy AFA-ing.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
It was nutsy fagling.
And Australia, 30% under 1 year, and 15% if hold over.
Okay, I think that's what it is, Oz. Yeah, I think it's the same here in the States, Oz.
I'm actually surprised because for somebody, now you got somebody that sits here in this country, I'm surprised. Wow. Yeah.
But listen,
I thought it was going to be worse than that because you got people in this country selling mortgages, not making a salary. They are working on 100% commission, and they get taxed 48%.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, that's what it is right now. I mean, I think here, listen, that's on every trade, right? These numbers are on every trade, where whatever coin, from Bitcoin to Ethereum, Ethereum back to Bitcoin, Bitcoin to Litecoin, Bitcoin to whatever Ascoin. It's going to be the same numbers all across the board. You're going to pay capital gains on every single trade, and then also upon cashing out. And then once you cash out, remember, you got to pay taxes on that the following year for cashing out. So it's kind of like you're getting hit from all sides here. But I think most people won't really have to worry about that going into the future, because these bodies are going to be clamping down big time on exchanges and coins, anything deemed a security, anything you can make a profit off of. So, yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of unfortunate. But again, I'll stick to it that I think a lot of people lost the bigger picture, and they've been blurred by what's been going on. Rightfully so. But yeah, guys, lots of crap going on. That whole thing with New York, bro, upstate, that sucks.
What was it, Plattsburgh?
Plattsburgh, yeah.
Plattsburgh.
Temporary ban on new crypto mining operations. With two little L's there, Cointelegraph. So, U.S. State Department and Coca-Cola to use blockchain tech to fight forced labor. U.S. Congress divided on crypto, from regulation is a wet blanket to crypto is a crock. So, you're seeing a lot of confusion, a lot of guys who've been on the block for many years. This is just so new to them. They're just immediately equating it to what they know and what they don't understand, and they just want to put a clamp down on it. So I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys have been doing. Have you guys continued trading? Have you guys continued to invest in ICOs? For me right now, definitely with the whole ICOs things has slowed down big time. Obviously you could pick them up after, and I'm a big advocate for having a strong post ICO strategy, guys, because a lot of the ICOs we saw come out are below ICO price at this point. You could pick them up now. So, and again, decentralized exchanges is the future. I've said it before many months ago. I said it again many months later, and I say it again now. So. So that's pretty much it, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna wrap it up right there.
That's right.
We'll try to be back tomorrow night, maybe the next night.
Maybe not tomorrow night, but
we're gonna figure this out.
We'll be back. What's today? What's today, guys? Today's the 17th of March.
Lucky mate.
Listen,
me lucky mate. It's the Leprechauns Day.
Sundays, maybe next month.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Is that how?
Yeah. Happy St. Patty's Day,
ladies and gents.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do the next stream in about another 40 days or so. Unbelievable, guys.
Now we're gonna be coming back on more often, and
yeah, I know. They're probably like,
all right, guys, come on, all right, say hilarious.
Listen, but we just guys, thank you, Beauty Bubs, Marcelo, Oz, Bill, Blackwing, Stefan, everybody. Thank you. It's good seeing you guys still rocking with us, man.
Definitely. It's gonna get better now. Definitely.
It's gonna get better.
Even if it's not crypto, we're gonna be sitting here. You guys are gonna be sitting here with us, because what do they got? Cat videos are real huge on YouTube nowadays.
Cat videos.
We'll sit here having dancing cats.
Cat playing the piano.
Exactly. And we'll do some video tours also, like the video games.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Definitely, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you once again for hanging out with the Coin Scoop. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm your host, Ruben.
And I'm your host, Chris Crypto. We love you all. Peace, good night, crypto creeps. Live life, enjoy, and happiness. Peace.